Look, I want you to remember one number, 2,000%. It's a big one. But first, this boat is dredging, scraping mud off the bottom here to get barges moving through again at some point. I should be underwater. If you look over here, these smaller boats have floated down with the water level. They're now stuck in the mud. And look how tall these pilings are. The muddy red rust-colored part is where the water should be. This is all because parts north, like in the Ohio River Valley, haven't had enough rain, and they feed the Mississippi. As a result, thousands of barges have gotten stuck in sand. The water level near Memphis hit an all-time low this week. And tonight, all southbound boat traffic about 80 miles north of New Orleans is going to be stopped for 12 hours. It's incredible. It's having a huge impact on commodities, especially agriculture, where it's harvest time, and nearly half the grain exported out of the U.S. comes down this river. Grain elevators are backed up. The cost of shipping has skyrocketed. And here's that number I told you about. Barge rates are now 2,000% above benchmark. It has never been like that. But even if you do get your product on a ship and it doesn't get stuck, you're still going to have to wait.
It really has an impact in two areas. Number one, channel depth, and number two, channel width. So you can't get as much freight per vessel out of concern that it might ground. And of course, with channel width being restricted, you can't get as many barges all connected together to move as a float as one single unit down to export terminals near New Orleans.
So you can see what's happening with soybean futures on the cash market. They have been coming down a bit. So what does this mean for you? Well, these grain exports were supposed to help make up for what's happening in Ukraine. And so the mess here could keep global food prices high. But if farmers can't export their grain and they don't have enough storage for it, they'll have to find a domestic market for it ASAP. Could be good for domestic food prices, which would be nice, unless you're a farmer. Back to you.
Jane, the shot behind you is just, it's startling. It really, if a picture could tell 1,000 words. Why not ship by another mode of transportation, whether it's rail or truck or something else?
Right. Farmers and others prefer the river because it's so much cheaper. The American Farm Bureau Federation says shipping is about 1/10 the cost of rail, 1/16 of trucking. But maybe now with barge rates so high, it becomes more competitive. That's assuming you can find space on a rail or a truck right now.
Jane Wells, thank you.